to the DHO. It's not enough.
100 million each.
I think it is enough.
135.
Yeah, I think we move the 2 to the DHOs. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I also appreciate the Minister of Finance here. Mr. Chairman, since we all of us are really paying, we want to see this money go to the right thing. Case management, tracing, but the other intervention since Bahati is the finance. But talking by the president, our people also, the small business owners, are trying. Can you talk to the president and tell him to guide us in terms of financial intervention, particularly with the loans? Can you talk to the bank and the financial institution to kind of give a holiday, 3 to 6 month holiday, to decide that we can pay this loan after this is over?
Yeah, but that cannot be part of this budget. That's not for what we are doing now.
We are intervening in the whole coronavirus story. But
How is that relevant to what we are doing now? Okay.
You are right.
Can I confirm with the total shares I captured?
Now,
It's the clerk.
now, I think you have captured all the figures. This 2 billion has been moved to the DHO. DHO office.
First bill of bank here.
2.0. Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
2 requests. One is that we are making assessments today, but I think the issue we are talking about today, Honorable, is for the emergency now. Then the bigger picture of how the effects of the economy are going to be handled later. And as the president of Ghana said, he said we know how to recover the economy, but we don't know how to recover life. So we must concentrate on life. But second, Mr. Chairman, as earlier requested, I told you that communication was very important. And I called the Minister for ICT to shed more light and appeal and see whether you can have a change of mind and see he has some mind. And he's here to tell you.
Minister for ICT
And the national guidance.
and national guidance. But Chair, say something. But Chair, procedure. No, if it's around and it's our colleague, and we need to be very principled. And we seem to be rational in the way we do work. He's a member of parliament. There are so many agencies we've not had. And we've made decisions. Yes. We would look sharper if we continue doing the work the way we do. There are so many agencies who sit here, KCCA, so many billions taken away, so many agencies.
It's the minister for KCCA.
No. Let me make my point. My point is, let this committee be preserved with its dignity.
Yes.
And let this committee be seen to move with the kind of consistency we do work. I love Ogwang, is my friend, my former colleague, we work together. But we've taken a decision. This is not the end of the world. If he has any issues, he should go to government and appeal. But we've had so many agencies not called here, we can't keep an exception to one. We will look very, very
Procedure. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I thank very much Vumbi and I think what he's saying is right. But I don't see any problem with the minister giving a comment. I'm talking about something of ICT. Much as we're not going to change anything, I don't see anything wrong for him to talk in a meeting of the budget because there is no any other minister of any sector who is around. That's the procedure.
Chair. I'm happy that everybody says we keep.
Honorable Solomon, listen to the...
We say we want the consistency of this committee, but right from the beginning of the meeting, the start of the meeting, we did not decide to refuse agencies to come. However, it was clearly put by the minister that because of avoiding crowding, they would have all come, and they were free to come, but the guidance we got from him.
Mr. Chairman and honorable members, first of all, I would like to begin by thanking the committee and your leadership
Distance.
for discussing the budget, which entirely is trying to address COVID-19 and I want to address myself to the communication sector. Mr. Chairman, to begin with, first of all, I want to request Parliament that these meetings within my ministry, we have an application called Zoom. Zoom. This application can allow us to conduct meetings, all of us as members of the committees, irrespective of where you are. And my ministry is ready to work with the Parliamentary Commission to put this application to members of the Budget Committee to begin with as far as the budget execution is concerned, other than bringing us here to congest this place. So I want to request your leadership, Mr. Chairman, to ask the Director of ICT in Parliament, work with our ministry to immediately implement that application to help us. It's for our own health, because our being here really is a risk to us. Now, number two, Mr. Chairman, I'm happy as the Minister of Information, Communication, Technology and National Guidance, we did make a budget, which budget is meant to address issues of communication and national guidance during this pandemic. Mr. Chairman, why do I say this? At the moment, we have been working with the National Association of Broadcasters. They have been volunteering to help government to give out information to the public. Like Honorable Anna Ankabura has just said, we have the national broadcaster, which is UBC. UBC is not hard or does not reach everywhere in this country. So we use other broadcasters to help us give out information to the rest of the country. We use FM radio stations to make us give out information to the rest of the country. Yes. But the very way this pandemic is biting every sector, it is also biting the media world. And I want to say this, honorable members, within us colleagues here, some of you have contacted the ministry. How is the information given out to the people? How are we coordinating? How are we working together to give out information to our people in our respective languages? How are we disseminating this information? Mr. Chairman, whether it is security, information must be given to the public. Whether it is health, information must be given to the public. Whether it is relief, information must be given to the public. Whether it is everything, for the moment, during this lockdown, is about information. People at home, people are there, but how are they getting information? It's communication. So how do we communicate? If you don't support our sector, to continue working with Ministry of Health to communicate to the people, to guide the country. This is why we are here. That's why we're appealing to you as a committee that please, it is you with the role to decide on what money to give to us. But as far as we're concerned, we want to appeal to you. Can we work together to support the sector and to give out information during these tough times of COVID-19? The last one was on the issue of the UBC. It is true, Honorable Nankarua. At the sector, we have agreed that because of congestion, the national broadcaster will be the leading broadcaster, and all other media houses must get a link from UBC to share information to the parts of the country which we don't get. That's why you can see the president has been addressing the country. Almost every FM radio station, we try to work with the Uganda Communications Commission to give out this information. But like I've said, they have also reached a point where they have said, no, government, we cannot continue giving you free airtime everywhere. It's affecting our businesses. So that's why we made a budget here. So for me, I want to appeal to you members of the committee. We are all Ugandans. We want to work with you. We want to work with you to make all of us disseminate this information to various parts of our constituencies. For that purpose, Mr. Chairman, that's the little I can say as far as this budget of the sector is concerned. I thank you so much.
Correct.
So what do you want?
We give them the money.
Your estimates, item by item, and justify those. But
Mr. Chairman, I was told to give general information. As far
yeah, it is not very useful.
Number one, I came with my peers because we were called on short notice. And I also want to request you, Mr. Chairman, if you could invite him to come along here so that... If others have not come. The first one, Mr. Chairman, for instance, item number one, it is talking about setting up a national task force and communication. Mr. Chairman, here you remember, I did communicate in the House that we wanted to work with you members of Parliament. And in our opinion, a national task force for coronavirus, we must work with you national leaders. So as far as this is concerned, we wanted to see how do we work with all of you, because giving information is core and critical in the way people understand this.
Chair, I sympathize.